today. For many of you guys that are on the call, it's a short week. Lorraine, Jordan, Chris, Gene. Short weeks are always fun, right? Short week when it's one day long is even more fun. Trying to get everything for my week done today because I get on the road tomorrow.
That's what I was going to ask you. You're actually leaving tomorrow, so
yeah. Tomorrow, I'm hitting the road tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I actually have a real estate event to do in Phoenix tomorrow evening, and then I'll pick Roger up Wednesday morning, and then we shoot up to Sholo. Wednesday, Thursday is the mastermind, and then Friday you guys show up. So for many of you guys, you're traveling on Thursday, which means you got a short week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So really get dialed in on those priorities for this week and make sure high ticket stuff's taken care of. So I don't really have a specific topic for today, right? Mondays are typically, hey, we're going to kick off the week, see what you guys need some help with, getting some prioritization done, or just getting some planning done, or see what's going on that's out there. I do want to make an announcement for like Sophia, Beth, John, Bob. I'll post it in the group as well. The calls are actually going to continue this week. So even like Jordan, Gene, Chris, Lorraine, tomorrow, Wednesday, if you guys wanted to jump on. I won't be teaching anything. I won't be on them, but Itzel is going to kick off the call and have it available if you guys want to get on and talk with each other about, whatever. Tomorrow is obviously focused on sales and acquisition. If you want to get on and talk about some stuff with each other on it, go for it. Itzel will be on to kind of facilitate and give you guys that space for it. Okay. Just in case you like keeping that rhythm going. She's going to do it all week long. So basically Tuesday through Friday this week. There will be that opportunity.
Hey, Sean, can you repeat the different days of the week, what the topics are?
Yep. So Tuesdays is all around sales and acquisition. Wednesdays is all things marketing. Thursdays, there won't be a split room, but that would be the day to talk about some SEO stuff or things that you're, working on from an SEO standpoint, or questions that maybe you've got with each other around some of the stuff Roger's maybe taught over the last couple of weeks that you may have missed or need help connecting dots on. And then Friday is typically, it's been a light day. I'm still debating if we're going to even keep the Friday around because there's only a couple of you guys that jump on it. But Fridays is more open Q&A, open coaching kind of thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So for now, I want to see who's got anything for this week. Maybe you need some help getting planned out or figured out. Jordan, looks like you got something because I see Sophia's hand too. So either one of you guys want to go first? Both of you unmuted kind of together.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Thank you. So I'm following up with the stuff that we talked about last week, and I got my tactics out. I got my USP. And so now I sort of need some ideas on what to put out.
You need ideas on what to put out, or that's the next thing?
I have an idea of like maybe 3 pieces for my first like 3 tactics, but then after that, I'm like done. So the first one I got is an introduction. Okay, start doing it, please. So the first one I got is for an introduction, just like, hey, my name is Sophia, I'm in the area, I work on X, Y, and Z. And then the next one was to talk about the services that I offer. And then the third was to start off with like the newsletter stuff or like the stuff that I have with the blogs. But then I got stuck.
Okay. Remember, tactics is the type or the media, the outlet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily the what is in it.
Right. So
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I got all my tactics out. What I need is what's going to go in there.
Okay. From a what standpoint, you have to start asking yourself, what's the purpose? Where am I? What's the next step? What am I driving towards here? What do I want them to do? / you got to also start thinking about what is some of the information that would be really good for them to have prior to that next step. So I'm going to use Lorraine as a great example here because it's fresh in my mind. Her and I just got off a killer call earlier today with this, right? She ran a webinar on Saturday filled with a bunch of valuable information and really good. I don't know if any of you guys joined it that are on this call right now. Look at Bob. I know Terry was on, right? Phenomenal webinar, great information that was in it. Now, the purpose of that webinar is to get somebody to actually book a time with her to talk for strategies and to start doing some note deals together, right? So when we were starting to break down her marketing focus leading forward, all the stuff that she's needing to put out, whatever that tactic might be, blog writing, emails, text message campaigns, YouTube video is the one tactic that she really leaned hard on today when we were talking. All of that, the purpose is one of two things: schedule a time with me or get on my next webinar. Schedule a time with me or get on my next webinar, right? Well, if she's going to drive them to scheduling with her or drive to the webinar, as she starts to break out now all the different topics and focuses of what information needs to go out, it's all the stuff that would make their experience on the webinar better. So all the common questions she gets, if they already knew that information before getting on, maybe being on that webinar just kind of like puts all the dots together for them. Or if they jumped on a call with her, already knowing a lot of the common questions that they're going to show up and ask if she doesn't tell them this information, they're going to have a little better conversation. That make sense, Sophia? Lorraine, did you see what I just did there? It was a logical question, so I asked a what?
It was a logical question. You didn't add any humor or the things that we talked about. It was a straight.
Yeah, her question's very logic needed, right? So it was a logic question back. Does that make sense? I'm quizzing Lorraine while I did that too, just so you guys know. From our conversation earlier. But Sophia, so how would you want to break this down? You want to start looking at, all right, what am I driving towards, right? What is it that I'm trying to do? Am I driving them towards just getting on a call with me? Or am I driving them to X, whatever that might be? What would set them up better? Meaning if as an agent, let's say you're going to focus on your agent side. I'm driving them to call me to discuss me being a listing agent for them. What are all the common questions me as a listing agent I would get? And if I can get them that information prior to all of that, we can get to the next layer of our conversation together. If it's a distressed seller and I want them to call me about possibly getting a cash offer from me, what are all the things that if they already knew the answers to these very basic questions that I would get asked every single time if somebody was completely clueless, if I can have that information out there and in front of them first, by the time I talk to them, we're talking deeper level. Now, the opportunity call I just got off of, Jordan set it up really, really well. He already kind of gave them basic information that I didn't have to answer those questions. They didn't call or, jump on the call going, well, can you build a real estate website? Can you guys do SEO for real estate? Can you guys, do X, Y, and Z? Why? Because they talked to Jordan. Jordan's like, this is who does our site. They've been doing it for the last couple of years. They do things that I wish I could have gone back and redid that at the beginning. I wouldn't have made those mistakes before working with these guys. Don't go this way. These guys helped me. So by the time I got on the call with them, they were basically just saying, here's what we want to do. How are you going to make it happen? And I was on date 3, 4 kind of conversation with them, not date 1 or 2.
So they're in the 1 to 3%.
This past opportunity, all the marketing, that's a true inbound lead right there, right? All the marketing was done by Jordan. His results, what he's doing, his raving fan, him talking, him giving enough of the basic information that they're like, why reinvent the wheel? We like working with you. We see something in you. You're doing something really great. That's who you're using. Cool. I'm all in. All right. I don't need to ask the basic questions anymore. So as you start looking at getting this planned out, Sophia, all right, go deeper. You got 4. I bet you could break that, even just those 4 areas. You could probably break that into 2 each. Now we're out to 8. And we don't need it to be forever long, but I want to ask myself if that person, and you got to think from the average person. The average person is going to make it through all of that before they ever talk to you. So if the average person went through all of this, what is all the stuff I would love to have in front of them prior to me even talking to them? Does that help? Sweet. Jordan, you had a question.
We just got off a call with our media guys, and they're going to do some video clips out of the podcast that we did with them. You've talked about it in the past. What's the one, the app or the social media channel, and then the time, a reel? You always give us like a certain amount of time for each one of those. What were those?
So ideally, these should be going to one or both places. IG as an IG reel, or TikTok to your new TikTok channel. Both of these need to be in portrait mode. So they need to design it in portrait style. And the best times to convert or to keep that watch time up and keep that engagement, you want to try to keep them 60 seconds or less. Even though IG and TikTok both have gone to long format where you can get out to about 3 minutes, unless it's super freaking engaging, you're not going to get them out that long. For this type of thing, Jordan, the strategy would be, hey, give me 5, 6, 7 of them that, snippets from this that kind of end with, go check out the full episode. And when you guys post them, you should post them with the link in the bio to the actual episode that's ideally embedded on your website somewhere.
Which it is. You always say don't post the link. You're saying put it in the bio. Go to my bio and get the link.
At Instagram, you cannot post links in the captions. That's the point of the let me do this. That's the point of the link in bio. Trying to log into ours.
Like a link tree. Go put all of your podcast episodes in a link tree and send them up there.
Yes. So switch accounts.
Sean, did you say for the reels, it should be to IG and TikTok be in portrait mode and no more than 60 seconds? Was there something else?
Oh, that's kind of the key piece.
Okay, thanks.
So can you guys see the screen? Our top results
Yes.
Instagram?
Yeah.
So these are all clips right here. These are all clips from our podcasts, right? Why do you need paid traffic? Well, you guys can't hear it, but this is the clip from it. This thing's about 60 seconds or so long, right? Notice there's no links in here. We're saying visit our website today to check out the podcast section to learn more or whatever. This very easily could say, check out the link in our bio to this episode kind of thing, right? But these get uploaded as IG Reels, and then there's a link in bio right here. And when they open this up, it takes them to a couple different things. Well, there's the Web Buzz episodes. Okay. But these little posts, a couple times a week, it's all on the team. So we shoot the podcast every single week. And Chamara, our video guy, he takes that episode and he chops it into 7, 8, 9 of these. And throughout the course of the week, the team uses them. And he makes them different each way, different times. And these are getting posted as IG Reels. We haven't started a TikTok channel, but they very easily could be reused and posted to TikTok.
Who's doing your video editing and all that? Because that's where it stops for me because I don't have time.
We have an in-house video editor. We just hired him a couple of months ago. He's actually been a guy I've been using for years. Finally hired him on board full time now. And probably sometime in the next week or 2 weeks, Roger and I have been toying with kind of a package that you guys could add on if you want tomorrow to do your video work for you.
I've asked a
That
bunch of
was-
people and they're like, there's nobody, I don't know. Nobody's giving me a real, yeah, I can do that and give me an actual price. I'm like,
Yeah, no, tomorrow, that's kind of why we hired him on. That was kind of the next stage. And the whole point
Yeah.
was for him to do ours, but then to also be able to put something out there for you guys to be able to say, have your team handle that too.
okay, so IG Reel, TikTok, under 60 seconds, got all that. Then that's all you're going for right now. No Facebook.
It's awareness marketing. Reels on IG if you're paying attention in your feed, on your IG feed, it's reels galore. IG's making a big push. They're trying to compete. Remember, social platforms always compete to keep the attention on theirs, to keep their people on theirs. IG actually just published something a couple weeks ago where they are not allowing you to share TikTok over to them anymore. And if you do, they're suppressing it. It used to be where you could like literally dual post from IG straight to from TikTok straight to IG Reels as well. They are not, and they are, because what was happening was Instagram was turning into a TikTok branded fest. All these IG Reels had TikTok branding all over them. Well, as TikTok grows in popularity, not owned by Facebook and IG, they don't want that people over there. So you actually have to like go through a whole process if you load it to TikTok, strip the TikTok branding to get it over onto their platform. IG is also spinning out something here pretty soon where it's going to kind of compete with YouTube in a way. Whereas a creator on IG, you can start to get paid. Very similar to YouTube, being able to get paid for content and AdSense. So some unique things happening on that front. But again, this is all awareness and marketing. It's not going to drive you a bunch of opportunities. It's so that when that person's sitting there scrolling and they start to stumble on it, it brings awareness to you. That's it. Like Jordan, your credit business would explode if you would put focus on TikTok from a credit standpoint.
Yeah, I watch a couple guys on there and I'm sure they do well with their little TikTok channels. Yeah.
Yep. But I can tell you right now, the Indar is one of our clients. Some of you guys know Indar down in Hawaii. He's suddenly put a big focus on TikTok, and I mean, he's showing up like crazy in my feed, and I don't even follow him. He's just pushing out that much content. Bud was another one. Bud's another client of ours on here.
Isn't that kind of interesting? You don't even follow the guy. Maybe you might have somebody's contact info in your phone as a contact.
That's all it is.
But
I have
then-
Indar's contact information, and it notices that. I've got Bud's information somewhere in there, and it picks that up.
Or you
All-
follow them
all
on
of the
Facebook.
all of the networking that you have for all of the different groups with the algorithms, they pull all that shit together and turn it into, hey, all these people are connected. Let's get it to them anyway, regardless.
This is why it's powerful as a marketer in your business, because you might be connected to somebody locally who's also connected to somebody who's also connected to somebody, and that's how they start to discover you.
I have a question about the reels. So these don't have to be live. You can record a video and then upload it as a reel.
They're never live. Yeah, it's
Okay.
post production.
Okay. So the way it is on your page, you can create a thumbnail for it and do all of this stuff to make it look the way.
Yeah, but you don't
yours-
want the thumbnail. You just want to load it right in.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
let me pull up our folder and I'll show you.
Because it looked like the ones that you had thumbnails.
It's not thumbnails.
This terminology is
It's
all
not
new.
thumbnail like you would think in YouTube where it's the image that stays there.
Right.
This is just
Mhm.
it's the screenshot of the actual video itself.
Okay.
What does podcast? IG Reels. So here, let me share this screen. So like this was episode 40. Why your online
Okay.
leads don't convert into actual clips. This is what Chamara does. He took that episode and he created 10 of them out of that episode. So if we actually were to open one of these up, this is the video clip. right? But then he actually takes it and makes it into the actual post. Or actually, it's you're on here. Is Chamar making the post, or is this Erica making the actual post?
Oh, the post is made by Erica. She's our social media.
So
Manager.
Chamaro's getting it to this point. He's taking, this is a 57-second clip of this particular episode,
Mhm.
right? And then Erica takes it from there and designs the actual post on it. And you can see at the end of the video, it pops in, right, with the whole link in our bio piece.
What are they using to do this? Are there certain
Yeah.
apps that I need to look into, or what's going on?
Canva.
Okay, Jacob.
The paid one, I'm sure.
Canva. I mean, you could do this with a basic Canva account. I know Erica uses, is it Adobe itself?
Adobe, yeah, she uses
Illustrator.
Adobe mostly and Chamara as well. But yeah, these are things that you can find templates in Canva that already even have the time and all. So it's just, you just have to plug in your own things.
But to back to the other point, what I'm getting us closer to, and I Roger and I need to talk a few more details this week when I see him. But our plan was to be able to get it where you guys had a solution where if you had, like Lorraine, you do a weekly podcast with the girls, you could basically
This is
say,
what I'm
hey,
getting to.
Yep.
Yes.
we
This
just
is-
had another episode, send it over. And from that one episode, tomorrow could cut out, maybe not 10, but maybe in our service, it's, 5 of these or something like that. 6 of these, something like that.
Another thing to outsource. Goodness gracious.
And
Why are
you
you taking all
basically
my
would get
money,
this.
John?
It would be a file,
I don't have
in a-
anything left.
A lot of our
Google Drive folder with, 4, 5, 6 of these ready for you to create a post out of and post to IG or TikTok.
Ay, ay, ay. Unleash my wallet, please. Unleash
Wow.
it. There's nothing left in it. I don't got it. I don't know what's happening. But no, but that would be a good help, because that is where I get a little bit stalled, is the editing of the video and then the audio too for the podcast.
Unleash your inner wallet.
At least exactly.
Oh,
Next
stop.
event.
Exactly.
It's worth.
Hey,
it's worth it.
Lorraine, the way I
Yes.
see it, you have one of 2 options.
Stop
Op-
right there. Just stop right there.
Option 1, folks, you could go out there, find the video editor, tell them exactly how to cut it, tell them, where in your video you
And
want
have
to
fun.
cut,
And have
all
fun.
that kind of stuff, and have fun. Or option 2,
Pay me.
you have a
Have
guy,
us do it.
you have a guy on our team who has been doing it for us for a couple months now and pretty much knows the system down pat. It's kind of like plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was
Yep.
kid and play.
Huh?
I thought it was kid and play.
No, but you gave me a better one-liner. And then it's just click and play.
There you go.
But does that
Okay.
help? Does that help get you guys a little bit of idea as you're planning out some stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
I've emphasized this like crazy, and I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. Lorraine and I had a big talk around it today. It really comes down to, you guys really need to think of it as, go this stupid simple at the beginning. What's the theme for the month? You had a theme for the month for your marketing, for what you're talking about, for what's out there, right? From awareness level marketing, from things like social posts to basic emails that are going out to a database, this type of stuff. If I just had a theme for the month, that means I need to have 12 themes for the year to fill a calendar. Then I take that theme for the month and I break it apart into 4 topics around that theme. Well, that's my topic per week, because there's basically 4 weeks in a month. Now, some weeks have 5. So you have 12 themes, break it apart. Each theme's got 4 to 5 topic points. There's your 4 to 5 weeks. And the whole week, that's your topic for the week. Whether you shoot a video, now we implement the tactics. We shoot a video, We do some social posts around it. We shoot an email out. We do a text blast to our database. We just insert tactic, but we've already got the message. We already kind of understand what it is. And when it's awareness level marketing, we're not trying to get too many results out of it. We're just trying to what?
Thought I was off mute. Build awareness.
Grab attention. Grab attention. That's it. If I get their attention, if I stop their scroll, if it's on social media, if I stop and they pay attention to 50 seconds of that clip, that's far better than them never seeing it whatsoever, right? And if they keep watching week after week after week, a couple of these clips, it's not going to take long before all of a sudden they comment on one, or they like one of them, or they shoot a DM on social platforms, right? It's not going to be too long before all of a sudden they're like, you know what? I'm going to go check out the link in the bio. And they're going to go over and listen or watch the whole episode. And that's how we got traction on that front. If they're opening the emails and reading my emails every week that I send out around a topic, it's not going to take long before all of a sudden they start replying to that email. Same thing with our texts. For texting valuable information, they open and read the text, which we know 98% of people open a text and 95% of them actually read it and reply. It's not going to take long before they reply to the text. Our problem is we don't stay consistent. We want instant gratification. I shot 200 text messages out and I got nobody to reply today and I'm pissed off. Anybody else got anything? Like combining the whole week into one call, because this is all you get me for this week.
I got some lead vault if we're done with the social medias.
Yeah, I do too, Sean. Something on lead vault.
All right, let's switch topics then.
Can I show you what I'm thinking or wanting to do here?
Would you
Can
like
tell me
to?
if it's possible? Yeah, please.
Go for it.
Um,
Anybody see how I
just-
kept posture, made him ask me for the lifesaver?
Yeah. Me and Jacob want to know if I can run something through my opportunities and create a workflow out of it. Like if I take this property, let's go offer made to offer accepted. And then once it gets moved to here, can I just
Trigger a workflow?
initiate a onslaught of my demo guys getting a
Yep.
text message. My investors are all getting a text message. so
Yep,
on
go
and
to automations.
Let's go.
Go to automations and open up a blank one.
I gotta minimize you here and move this out of my way. Create a workflow.
Yep, and just create a blank one. Click on add new trigger. Click where it says CRM. No, leave it on CRM and go down to the next one. I couldn't remember where the opportunity, type opportunity. See where it says opportunity status change? Add filter. Select in pipeline. Select which pipeline.
Oh, I don't even really know what the pipelines are. So I guess we're gonna go. Gotta be this one. I'd say Jacob built
Add
this.
filter. Moved to status. Third one down. Select. So it's not that one because you're not the same. Yep. Or not status, not move status. Go back, change the move status to pipeline stage. I told you the wrong one.
Okay, so let's do.
Now hit select. There it is.
There we go.
Now select which stage you would want it to move to, or so offer accepted. Now hit save. Now basically that's the trigger. The second
Okay.
something moves to that column, it will trigger this workflow, and then you would build the workflow just like normal. Good.
Yeah. So then boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Yep. So then whatever you want to happen after whatever, hey, I move this deal card to this, whatever I want it to do after that, now I build that workflow.
Okay. So I can send a message or email investor, have the template built out in there.
Yeah, but you don't want to use send email or send SMS because that's going to go to the contact record. You want to send internal notification, and you're going to need to add your investors, your contract, anybody that you want getting internal notifications as team members. You have to create their profile.
I have to create a profile for them.
Just create a contact record for them.
Yeah, I mean, each one of them have a contact record already, and they're probably tagged as investor or private lender or whatever.
Yep. You can even right there in search action, start typing internal. Hit internal notification. Hit drop down type to text, SMS. Under select user, choose custom number. And this is one way to do it without even creating the record. You could put your contractor's number or your lender's phone number there, and it's going to send a message to them.
Okay.
Or it could be particular user, and you select the user if they were a user on your team.
Okay. But I can't go SMS, find all the private lenders tagged, and then send them a message.
Go back up to particular user. Hit the drop down.
Does he have to like create a new group or something like that?
No, because this is internal is based on it's based on your internal team, your staff. Close out of that. I want to try something here. Hit add a step. Hit SMS, send SMS right there. Yeah, so that's only going to go to the.
So we do have a template for that.
Yeah, but that's going to go to the contact record of this opportunity.
Right.
Because that's it's external communication to that team. So do this. Close out of this. You've already saved this. Go back, hit back to workflows. And go to settings. Go to my staff.
On the left.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, my staff. It's like the second one down from the top. Hit teams. Up at the top.
Oh, that damn Zoom thing. Create a team of people.
Yeah. So you could do it this way where you name the team. You'd have to create all of their staff profiles first, and you can name the team like PML team.
Okay.
They don't necessarily need to have login access or any of that stuff. You could just make their first name, last name, phone number, email as their staff profile, call it a day. Don't even send them the information to log in.
Okay. Settings, my stuff.
Let me see if there's one other way to possibly pull that off.
I'd love to be able to just use the tags, but
No, let me.
because I guess I could just build these teams of contractors, investors. Because with the contractors, I want to say, hey, here's the lockbox code. Go check it out.
Well, you're not going to be able to automate that because it's going to be different each property, right?
I guess I could change the template email every time.
Now, what you could do is make it a manual action here. If you're going to need to do that, you could have that trigger kick off the workflow, and it immediately creates a manual action or a task for you to go in and send those things.
Okay. I could do that too.
Because if you build the automation, it's just going to be the same text message going out. You're not gonna be able
Unless
to pull.
Unless I go in and edit the template of the text message before moving anything in the opportunities.
Correct, but in that case, you might as well just create a manual task, and then at the contact record, you have a smart list for PMLs. You select all, send message, and boom, fire off the text message. Pull it in from the template, and update anything you want to update.
All right, so you're saying create a manual.
Yeah, so go back out of this. Go back to that automation. It's probably gonna be on your second page. Offer accepted right there. Select your first step. Type manual. Manual SMS. And then scroll down a little bit.
It's as far as it'll go.
Yep. All right. So hit save action. Hit save. Hit test workflow. Do you have your own contact in there as a test? Give it a second. Hit refresh. Pull in and see if it puts you.
Just refresh the whole screen.
Yep. I'm looking for the little bubble to show up that you're sitting on that manual action. All right, perfect. So go back to workflow.
To that workflow.
No, I want to get you back all the way to, there you go. Go to conversations. Go to manual actions. Up at the top. Yes, it doesn't, the SMS didn't assign it.
Oh, I think it's popping in there now.
Yeah, slowly loading.
Maybe I've got to go and make that move. Move it.
No. Just hit refresh. I don't think your stuff's fully loading. Maybe jump into your account on my end too. Just keep it there for a second. I'm going to look on my end, manual actions. Okay, you don't have a photo. That's what it is. All right. So hit, let's start. I want to see what it does doing it this way. So there you go. It's going to take you to it, and it's already populated the template that you pulled in down there. So you could, but that's going to do it for every single
Person.
Yeah. Let me play with something after this call.
Okay.
And if I figure something out, I'll shoot a video and send it off.
Okay. Cool. Gets me in the right direction, at least. Like I said, I haven't played a ton with the workflows, but that's just something we were talking about the other night. Like, damn, that would be sweet. All you got to do is drag and drop. And
Well, it's super simple if you're not trying to customize the text message every time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, couldn't I just take the
If you had a standard text that would go out every single time that a new property was under contract, that then said, hey, you could do it with custom values.
Well, I was just thinking of going into the email marketing and changing the text message. Hey, I know Irene is getting ready to come up. Here's what we want. And then I go back to the opportunities, drag it, drop it, and it shoots it out there.
That you could do if you're willing to change it prior to moving the opportunity.
Right. Okay.
Then that way, yes, you could build you'd have to go in and put, and that's where we get to, do you want to put them in there as a team and create a team and fire the internal notification to the whole team? Or do you want to put all the custom phone numbers in there?
Oh yeah. I'd probably create the team on that one.
That's what I would do. I'd create a contractor team and a PML team.
So what about so are you the developers of Lead Vault, Sean?
Yeah, we're the designers of it.
So why can't you add like an option to build groups based on the contacts themselves?
It's a great suggestion.
I'm asking, I don't know.
No, it's a great suggestion. I'll throw it in, but
Okay.
I can't answer the actual dev side of things on how long something like that would take to get built in.
Right. All right. I got you. Thanks.
But I would definitely bring that up as a suggested, because it would be nice. I agree.
So if I'm not, so okay, so I need to customize the message each time, create teams. All right.
I mean, there's a couple workarounds right now, but let me play with it. See if I come up with. I need to just play and let things not work for me to see it. I don't want to bore all of you guys watching that. Chris, what was yours?
Yes, so piggybacking off of last week, we were talking about the different tactics and when a contact replies stop, right?
Mhm.
I'm building out, or I have a workflow for a particular avatar that goes all the way down, different tactics, assign task. Now, when they get tagged DNC, is it best to switch it to that already built-in DNC workflow and edit from there, or keep it within that workflow? Does that make sense?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to pull it up so everybody can follow along. Which workflow is it?
So on the next page, this is fine. We have this workflow going on, which is multi-tactic, right? And if they don't respond, or if they opt out or DNC, is it best to keep them within this workflow and keep it going? Or, okay, switch it to the DNC and then go from there?
Yeah, I mean, so what happens right now is if somebody, like any of these SMSs right here, if they reply stop to this, the system's automatically gonna, at the contact record, turn them to DNC, and no other text message will be able to go out to them.
Right. So my question is, after that, can we set it up to where it assigns a manual task, send out postcard, wait 3 days, send out direct mail?
Yeah, you could create a DNC workflow. I don't think there was one in here.
That 8, I think it's on 8, was 8? Contact replied stop DNC.
Oh yeah, it is in here. You could do it here where, because this would actually fire if they replied to the SMS with these conditions right here.
Yeah, okay.
Then it's going to add the tag. It's going to remove them from all workflows automatically. It's going to set the contact to DND, and you could add a thing here, add task,
Perfect, okay.
right? And in your task say, hey, they opted out of text and calls, drop a postcard.
Perfect, okay, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if I should keep it within the DNC workflow and work from there for the offline tasks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
since this is published and running, it's immediately going to remove them out of the workflow. So you can't keep them in it anyway.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Not, I'm gonna start playing with Jordan stuff.
Where was that you said create a team? Oh, settings, my staff. Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna go, that's one workaround for you, would be coming down to settings, going under your staff. You'd need to add in, basically you add an employee, but all you need to do is put their name, email, phone number,
Mm-hmm.
and don't even worry about this. And I'd set their user permissions. I'd come in here and set all of these to like read only, because they're never going to log into this thing. You're not doing it for the login aspect,
No.
right? And then you would save that contact, right? So I mean, like this here.
I mean, technically, your contractors are your employees, so this kind of makes sense doing this.
Under user role, make sure they're just on there as a user, not admin, just in case they ever figured out a way in. But
They're not
And
that
hit save,
smart. They're
right?
contractors. They're not that smart.
Password, you could actually set it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to be 8. We'll just. Hit save. So now I'm in there, right?
Yeah.
You do that for all of them. Then you can go to teams and you add team and you're like team info. And now you'd have a running list and you could say who's on my contractor. Well, let me put this guy on there.
Right. Cool. So you're going to start bidding my jobs now.
Just this is going to be non-existent for you, so you could put whatever you want in here because you're never going to build a calendar off of this team.
Yeah.
So don't even just put anything in there. It's already taken.
Contractor.
And I can't type and look at screens and talk to you guys simultaneously today.
What?
It's application wide. So if somebody else had a contractor in their system.
All right. So WV
So
on
there,
everything.
so there's my
Nobody-
contractor team, right?
Yeah.
But now I can go to that workflow that you were playing with. Where are they at over here? Offer accepted.
Mhm.
And let's get rid of this, delete. So that opportunity changes and we're like, hey, we want to send a internal notification via SMS to a particular user. And now you could have multiple users in there. So you don't even have to create the team actually.
Oh, you just have to have the.
Just in there as a user. Don't even, but you'd have to remember all of their. You'd have to remember all the names that you want to add to that. But you're only
Yeah.
doing it one time. Going through your list, adding all these to it, and then every time this happens, those are the people that get.
Yeah. Unless I don't need windows for that house and I want to take my window guy out of there, then.
Yeah, it's, you're trying to get too much specifics in automation, and that's where we start.
Yeah.
When you're trying to
This
get
goes out.
too customized in an automated function.
Yeah. If this text message goes out, and then I can get on the app Lead Connect, I can see all the individual conversations, correct?
Mm,
So. Yeah, I could just go in there.
yeah, see, nothing's going to go against the team. So you actually don't need the team.
We just need them in there as staff members.
So it doesn't confuse anything. I'm going to delete me out of there.
You don't want to bid my jobs?
Not bid. Let me do this. Let me
And while you're doing this, I got a question.